A rich woman is in a restaurant. The waitress recognizes the woman as her friend and tries to hug her. But the woman tells the waitress not to call her friend. The waitress, ungraciously, says the woman is right and asks if she will order something to eat. The woman asks what the waitress recommends, but then tells her to bring the best wine the restaurant has. The waitress asks if her friend will be able to pay. The woman says that the waitress is very awkward and that she shouldn't order that. The woman says that if she can't pay, the person she is waiting for will. She tells the waitress to leave quickly. Minutes later, a man approaches the woman's table and asks permission to pour the wine. The woman looks at the man and says she doesn't understand how the restaurant allows employees to not wear uniforms. She says that the clothes the man is wearing are very inappropriate and ugly. The man says he was just doing a favor for the waitress, who is a friend of the woman. The woman says she doesn't have any waitress friends. The man then asks for permission and the woman tells him to leave soon. The woman is still waiting and enjoying her wine when a man arrives. He asks her if she is the woman he had a date with. The woman greets the man and says she is herself. The man says she is very beautiful in person. The woman thanks him and says that everyone says she is beautiful. The two sit down and the woman starts by saying that she has looked at the man's pictures on social media and saw that he has already traveled to Dubai. She says she is very interesting and asks him if he wants to have a glass of wine with her. The man says yes and that it could be the same one she is having. He then says he will order a bottle right away and says hello to the waiter. Meanwhile, the waitress talks to the man who helped her wait on the table. The man says that the woman who waited on him told him that she is very unpleasant. The woman disapproves of her friend's attitude. The man says to leave him alone and for the waitress to quickly dismiss the arrogant woman because the two are still on a date. The woman says that her friend isn't finished yet, but the man says that the woman doesn't deserve to be well taken care of. The waitress agrees. Minutes later, the arrogant woman and her companion are already finishing their bottle of wine. The woman tells the man to tell her more about his trip to Dubai. The man says it was a very good trip and that he arrived from there a month ago. The woman says that next time she would like to go with him. The man smiles and says the woman offers. The woman smiles. Then the waitress interrupts them apologizing and says she has brought the bill because the restaurant is about to close for the day. The waitress asks if the payment will be cash or card. The woman hands the bill to her companion. The man is startled and asks how the woman invites him for wine and asks him to pay the bill. He says that she is the one who invited him and that she is the one who should pay. The woman says that the man is the one who should pay. The man says he didn't even bring money because he was invited. The woman says the man is too cheap. The man says the woman is pretty, but not worth it. So he leaves. Next, he calls the waitress friend and says he doesn't know what to do. The waitress asks if he will now call her friend. The woman says she doesn't have the money to pay that bill and doesn't want to ruin her nails washing dishes. The waitress says the woman had better leave. The woman thanks her and drinks the rest of the wine. She asks if the waitress can take her. The waitress says she won't because she has an appointment with the man who is helping her wait on the table. Outside the restaurant, the woman is on the sidewalk waiting for a cab. The woman smiles saying it's because the man is so ugly and she doesn't know how the waitress has the nerve to go out with him. She was going to say that the waitress has no idea, but realizes that the waitress is next door. The woman says she was waiting for the waitress so they could share a cab. The waitress says she already said she has an appointment. The woman says that her friend doesn't realize that she is trying to help her get rid of the man. The waitress asks if the woman knows who she is talking to. The waitress explains that the man is the owner of the restaurant, that the woman hasn't even paid the bill. The woman is speechless, but the man calls the waitress to let them go. Then the woman asks if the waitress will leave her alone. The waitress just smiles and gets in the car. Then the woman gets angry and leaves.